Hi everyone, I'm glad to have you in class today. It is Spot the Errors and we have about 5 to 6 sentences. We quickly want to check the punctuation errors, the spelling errors, the grammatical errors. Alright, let's look at the first sentence. Ali said, I want to study linguistics. The sentence is an example of a direct speech, and that is why we have the exact words of the speaker in quotation. The problem number one with this expression or sentence is the wrong use of the inverted comma, the quotation marks. We can't have double single. Mind you, it is appropriate if we have double and we have double. It is also appropriate if we have single on both sides. The key word is, or the key rule is consistency. You can't have double single, there is no consistency, and you can have single double, there is no consistency. We can have single, single, and double. It sounded like a song. Alright, the second one. I got admittance to the director's chamber. The problem with this expression is breaking down of word. Okay, syllabification rules state that any word that we want to break should be based on its syllabic structure. That is simply saying, for instance, the word chamber has 2 syllables. If on top we want to break it, we should have the first syllable splitted from the second. But doing something like this, it is absolutely wrong. And the next thing is, in case as we have, because most time when we want to break down words is because there is no sufficient space. But if you realize or observe that the space will not be enough for these 4 sounds, the right thing to do is to move everything down to the next line. It is appropriate like that. It is not just for words that have more than 1 syllable, even for monosyllabic words. For instance, you have sense, and the space left cannot go for 4 sounds. You can have this and have this. It is wrong. So leave the line and come down to the one that follows it. The third sentence. Wow. These are another quotes. That these objects are opposite equal sides. And the problem with this is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's against the punctuation mark 3 dots. It is popularly called 3 dots, but it is also it is otherwise known as ellipsis. It should be 3 dots and not 5 and not 10. I know in the case of I've jumped and not, because I have the same problem. Okay, to be continued. We now see just to tell us that there is more. The 3 dots will do that job perfectly. So it is inappropriate to have more than 3 dots, to have more than 3 dots. Okay. The fourth sentence, we are going to organize a colorful party in honor of the director. A good sentence, but there is an issue of inconsistency with the spelling. Here we have both the American and British spelling. And it is inappropriate not to be consistent with the style of writing that you are using, that we are using. Meaning to say, if you are using the American spelling, stay with it. If you're using the British spelling, stay with it. You cannot be moving from American to British, from British to American. So let's pick out the words that have these issues. The first one is organized, the second is colorful, and the third is honor. Why this is British? This is British, and this is American. Right? If I change these to these, it's going to become American. If I remove the U from this, it's going to become American style. If I add U to this, it's going to become the British style. So the emphasis here is, if we are using British, let us be consistent. Okay? Then I have this here, U. Please take note of that. And then this becomes the British style of writing, of spelling. The last sentence, in my opinion, I think is wrong. This is a case study of tautology, unnecessary repetition of words. Okay? The word opinion means the same thing or is synonymous to thought, to think, to talk here. Alright? So what are we supposed to do? In my thoughts, he is wrong. Or I think he is wrong. In my opinion, he is wrong. You can't use the two together. If you use this drum bass, if you use